Have you ever noticed how some homes feel calm the moment you step inside, while others feel heavy, even when they're clean? It's not about money, it's not about size, it's about something quieter. There's a way of caring for a home that doesn't drain your energy or fill your day with endless tasks. A way that makes your space lighter, softer, and easier to live in. And the beautiful part is, it doesn't ask you to throw everything away or start over. It simply asks you to notice, to choose with care, to let go of what no longer serves you. In this video, I'm going to share with you 10 quiet habits that can change the way your home feels. These are not rules. They're gentle invitations, small shifts that bring order without effort and peace without pressure. If you stay until the end, you'll see how even one or two of these ideas can make your daily life feel softer, calmer, and more yours. So take a breath, settle in, and let's begin. Tip 1. Keep only what you use and love. This is where everything begins, not with cleaning, not with organizing, but with choosing. Look around your home. How many things do you own that you haven't touched in months? A drawer full of utensils you never reach for. A closet holding clothes that no longer fit your body or your life. Decorations you keep only because someone gave them to you, not because they bring you joy. Every object in your home asks something of you. It asks to be seen, to be moved, to be dusted, to be thought about. And when you own too many things, your mind becomes crowded before your day even begins. The habit is simple. Keep only what you use or what you truly love, not what you might need someday, not what you feel guilty letting go of. Just what serves your life right now. This doesn't mean your home needs to be empty. It means your home should hold only things that earn their place. A favorite cup, a soft blanket, a photo that makes you smile. When you remove what doesn't matter, what does matter finally has space to breathe. And so do you. Start small. One drawer, one shelf, one corner. You don't have to empty your whole house in a week. Just begin to notice, begin to choose. And as you do, you'll feel something shift. Your home will start to feel lighter. Your mind will follow. Tip 2. Put things back where they belong. Here's a truth that changes everything. Clutter doesn't happen all at once. It happens in small moments. A jacket left on a chair, a dish left on the counter, a book that never made it back to the shelf. One item doesn't feel like much, but 10 items, 20 items, scattered across your day, across your week. That's when your home starts to feel out of control. And when your home feels out of control, so do you. The habit is this. When you finish using something, put it back. Not later, not when you have time, now. It sounds simple, and it is, but it's also powerful. Because when everything has a place and you return it to that place, your home never has a chance to fall apart. You're not cleaning up a mess at the end of the day. You're keeping the mess from forming in the first place. This isn't about being perfect. You'll forget sometimes, we all do. But if you practice this habit gently, it becomes second nature. You'll finish your tea and rinse the cup. You'll take off your sweater and hang it up. You'll read your book and place it back on the table. And at the end of the day, your home will still feel calm. No piles to face, no guilt weighing on you, just peace. Tip 3. Clean a little, every day. There's a reason some people's homes always feel fresh, even though you never see them scrubbing for hours. It's not magic, it's rhythm. They don't wait for the weekend to clean the whole house. They don't let dirt pile up until it feels overwhelming. They do a little every single day. And because they do, cleaning never becomes a burden. This is one of the most freeing habits you can build. Wipe the kitchen counter after breakfast. Sweep the floor before bed. Fold the towels when they come out of the dryer. These actions take minutes, sometimes less, but they keep your home in a state of gentle order. When you clean a little every day, you're not trying to fix a problem. You're simply maintaining peace. And that feels completely different. There's no stress, no resentment, just a quiet rhythm that becomes part of your life. Think of it like this. If you water a plant a little each week, it stays healthy. If you ignore it for a month and then flood it with water, it suffers. Your home is the same. Small, steady care is what keeps it alive and well. You don't need a schedule. You don't need a checklist. Just notice what needs attention and tend to it before it grows. Homes are different all over the world, yet calm feels the same everywhere. From which part of the world are you watching this? I'd love to read your comment. Your comment helps this community grow, and if this is helping you, Take a moment to subscribe and activate the notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Tip 4. Let fresh air move through your home. We forget how much the air around us affects the way we feel. A room that's been closed all day feels heavy, stale, tired. But a room where fresh air has moved through feels alive, light, welcoming. This is such a simple thing, and yet so many of us overlook it. Every morning, even if just for a few minutes, open your windows. Let the air from outside come in. Let the old air leave. It doesn't matter if it's cold or warm. What matters is the exchange, the renewal. Fresh air clears more than the room. It clears your mind. You'll feel it the moment you step into a space that's been aired out. There's a softness, a freshness, a quiet energy that wasn't there before. And if you can, bring a little green life into your home, a plant on the windowsill, a small pot of herbs in the kitchen. Plants breathe with you. They clean the air. They remind you that life is always growing, always renewing. You don't need a garden. You don't need to be good with plants, just one, just something alive. And when you pass by it each day, when you water it and watch it grow, you'll feel a little more connected to the life inside your home. Tip 5. Create space that feels open and light. Your home should never feel like it's pressing in on you. When there's too much furniture, too many decorations, too many things competing for your attention, the space itself disappears. And when the space disappears, so does your sense of calm. This habit asks you to be intentional about what you bring into your home and how you arrange it. Leave space around your furniture. Let there be room to move freely, to breathe, to see the floor. Don't fill every surface, don't cover every wall. Let some areas stay simple and bare. This doesn't mean your home has to look empty or cold. It means your home should feel open. It means when you walk into a room, you should feel lightness, not weight. Look at the corners of your rooms. Are they full of things you don't need? Clear them. Look at your tables and shelves. Are they crowded? Keep only what matters. The rest can go. When you create space, you create freedom. Freedom to move. Freedom to think. Freedom to rest without feeling surrounded by tasks or clutter or decisions. And here's what you'll notice. The things you do keep will finally be seen. That photo you love, that vase that brings you joy. When they're not competing with 20 other objects, they can breathe, they can matter. Less is not empty, less is clear. Tip 6. Honor the entrance to your home. The first place you see when you come home sets the tone for everything that follows. If you walk in and see shoes scattered, bags piled, keys tossed on the floor, your mind registers chaos before you've even taken off your coat. And that feeling stays with you. But if you walk in and see order, simplicity, a clear and welcoming space, something in you softens, you exhale. You're home. This is why the entrance matters so much. Make it a place of peace. Keep a small tray or bowl for your keys. Have a spot for your shoes, where they're easy to remove and put away. If you wear a coat or jacket, hang it up right away. This doesn't require a big entryway or special furniture, just intention, just care. And if you can, add something that makes you smile. A small plant, a piece of art, a soft light, something that welcomes you back every single day. Because you deserve to come home to peace, not to more work, not to more mess, to peace. When you honor your entrance, you honor yourself. And that simple act ripples through your entire home. Tip 7. Use natural materials when you can. There's something about natural materials that makes a home feel warmer. Wood, cotton, linen, clay, wool, stone. These things come from the earth, and they carry a kind of quiet beauty that plastic and synthetic materials never quite reach. They age with grace. They feel good to touch. They bring a sense of calm just by being present. You don't have to replace everything in your home. But as time passes, as things wear out or break, consider choosing something natural to replace them. A wooden cutting board instead of plastic, a cotton towel instead of synthetic, a clay pot instead of metal. These small choices add up, and over time, your home begins to feel softer, more grounded, more alive. Natural materials also ask less of the earth. They return to it more easily, and knowing that the things in your home are kinder to the world brings its own kind of peace. This isn't about perfection, it's about intention. It's about choosing when you can what feels right. And when you fill your home with things that feel good to hold, to see, to live with, your home becomes a place you want to be, not a place you're just passing through. Tip 8. Keep surfaces clear and calm. Counters, tables, nightstands, shelves. These are the surfaces where clutter loves to gather. A mail pile here, a stack of papers there, a few dishes, a remote, a charger, keys, glasses, pens, and before you know it, every flat surface in your home is covered, and every time you look at them, you feel a little more tired. Here's the habit. Keep your surfaces as clear as you can. Not empty, just clear. This means putting things away after you use them. It means not using your counter as storage. It means choosing a few meaningful objects to display and letting the rest live in drawers or cabinets where they belong. When your surfaces are clear, your home feels calm. Your mind feels calm. There's room to work, to cook, to rest without having to move piles or clear space first. And here's the truth. You don't need much on display. A bowl of fruit, a single plant, a candle, that's enough. Sometimes less than that is enough. Because what you're really creating isn't a decorated space. It's a peaceful space, a space where your eyes can rest, where your thoughts can settle, where you don't feel the weight of things constantly asking for your attention. Start with one surface, your kitchen counter, your bedside table. Clear it completely. Then decide what, if anything, really needs to be there. And keep only that. You'll feel the difference immediately. Tip 9. End your day with a simple reset. Before you go to bed, take 10 minutes. Just 10. Walk through your home and put it back in order. Not perfect order, just gentle order. Put the dishes in the sink or dishwasher. Fold the blanket on the couch. Straighten the pillows. Sweep the floor if it needs it. Put away anything that's out of place. This small ritual changes everything, because when you wake up in the morning, you wake up to peace. Not to yesterday's mess, not to a list of tasks before you've even had your tea. You wake up to a calm, clear space that's ready for a new day, and that makes all the difference. This habit isn't about being perfect. Some nights you'll be too tired, some nights you'll skip it, and that's okay. But on the nights when you do take those 10 minutes, you're giving yourself a gift. The gift of waking up to calm. It's also a way of closing the day with care, of telling yourself through action that you and your home are worth tending to. That peace is something you create, not something you wait for. And when you practice this night after night, it becomes second nature. You won't even think about it, you'll just do it. And your home will always feel a little bit softer because of it. Tip 10. Live with gratitude for what you have. This last habit is the one that holds all the others together. It's easy to focus on what's wrong, what's missing, what's broken or old or not quite right. We look around our homes and see the cracks, the stains, the things we wish were different. But what if instead we looked with gratitude? Gratitude for the roof over our heads, for the bed we sleep in, for the window that lets in light, for the water that flows from the tap, for the walls that keep us safe. These are not small things, they are everything. And when you begin to see your home through the lens of gratitude, everything shifts. You stop needing it to be perfect. You stop comparing it to others. You start caring for it, not because it's lacking, but because it's already enough. This doesn't mean you can't improve things. You can. But improvement comes from love, not from dissatisfaction, and that makes all the difference. Each day, take a moment to notice something you're grateful for in your home. The warmth of your blanket, the smell of your morning tea, the quiet of your room, the way the light falls through the window in the afternoon. These moments are small, but they're real. And when you collect them, when you honor them, your home becomes more than a place you live. It becomes a place you love. And that's the deepest kind of peace there is. So here we are. 10 habits. 10 invitations to live with more ease, more calm, more intention. You don't have to do all of them at once. You don't have to be perfect. Just choose one. Try it for a week. See how it feels. And if it brings you peace, keep it. If it doesn't, try another. Because the goal isn't to follow rules, the goal is to build a life and a home that feels lighter, that honors your energy, that gives you space to breathe. You've lived a full life, you've worked hard, you've carried so much. And now you deserve to rest in a space that cares for you as much as you've cared for others. It's never too late to live more gently. It's never too late to let go of what weighs you down. It's never too late to choose peace. So tell me, which of these habits spoke to you today? Is there one you already practice or one you'd like to try? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this channel and activate the notifications. There's so much more we'll explore together. Before we finish, let me share something with you. If you want to keep your home truly clean, organized, and pleasant without effort or excess, I've prepared a complete guide with simple recipes, a gentle weekly routine, and methods that help everything feel lighter. The link is in the first pinned comment. Now, take what spoke to your heart today and try it calmly at your own pace. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video.